Well, good evening and welcome everybody back to the Brothas-in-law. On this channel here, we discuss police-involved incidents that occur around the country, and we give our analysis on whether the officers acted as reasonable officers. We come up with a very unique acronym called CALM, which stands for Comply, Answer Questions, Listen, and Move On. Now, we know a lot of people may agree or disagree with that, but at the end of the day, it's about both parties being able to go home. The officer has a right to go home, as well as the citizen has a right to go home safely. And so we look at the actions, like I said, of the officer, see if he acted as a reasonable officer, and we also look at the actions of the citizens to see if they follow the acronym CALM, which stands again for comply, answer questions, lesson, and move on. The end result is to be able to move on, no matter it's, if you get arrested or you just getting a summons, is what we call it here in Virginia, or a ticket or a citation. The end result is to be able to leave without any harm being done to yourself or to the police officer. So we have a good show lined up tonight. If it's your first time joining our channel, please, if you like the content of this video, please like, share, and subscribe. My name is Corey. I'm a former Virginia State Trooper and also a retired Navy Chief Petty Officer. And my co-host, who's having a little bit of technical difficulty this evening, Mr. Mike Bradley. He's retired police officer from Pleasanton, California. He did 26 years as law enforcement out there, as well as 6 years in the Army. And so we're waiting for him to pop in. I want to give a shout out and a great big thank you to all those who watched the show last week. It was a great success, over 1,200 views and 14 subscribers. So good on and good conversations. Please, you like it, share it out. And so tonight's video, I'm probably going to have to pull it up myself because Mike has not jumped back on here yet. So I'd ask that you all bear with me for a minute because I'm going to have to cue it up here. But it's a good one tonight. It's a family meltdown. Homeless grandson causes police involvement. And again, like I said in the beginning, we're looking at the actions of the officers, see if the officer's acting as a reasonable officer, and the actions of the citizens, seeing what could have been done better to, one, de-escalate the situation and to bring a resolution to the problem. So welcome everybody. I see you, Delando, see you, Tone, seeing you, Scott. Thank you guys for being on here tonight. Let me go over here to YouTube and get this thing here pulled up. Let me see. I gotta please bear with me. While we're waiting, what's going on? Everybody ready for the holiday? You got all your Christmas shopping done? I know I got a few more things to do. Waiting for actually more packages to come in the mail, but hopefully it'll get here before Christmas. Again, you know how that snail mail is. Let's see what we got here. What's the title? Why can't I skip? There we go. Title trespassing. All right, let me pull this up. And this is a pretty lengthy video tonight, but I've already linked the video down in the description below, so you can check it out in its entirety. But y'all know, hey, on here, we're gonna stop the video. We're gonna make our comments on it. Oh, there's Mike. There you go. What's good?
All right.
What's up?
All right, got it going now. Let's hope we don't have no internet interruptions. But
yeah. It's all good, man.
All right.
I introduced you, so if you want to give another shout out, go ahead.
Thanks for joining us, everybody. We had a little technical difficulties there, but we should be good now. I'm Mike Bradley. And we got a good video for you today. It's kind of lengthy, but it's got some good points to it. You know what I'm saying? And we're going to talk about it. So if you got comments on it, make sure you make them comments and let's get into it.
Yeah, man. Let's hit it.
All right. So this happened earlier this year. I believe it was May 29th. Yeah. Yep. And these officers respond to this area for some sort of disturbance call. Is or domestic violence or is some kind of disturbance. You know what I'm saying? So we're going to kick it up when these officers get on scene from this point on.
On May 29th, 2024, police were called to resolve a domestic disturbance involving a homeless man and his grandparents. Hey,
ain't no one. I'm telling him, bro. Somebody is trying to hurt my grandma, bro, and he not helping, even though he know he's supporting what's going on over here.
All right, you live here, right? Your grandma lives here.
Live there? I don't know if I live there. I don't know if I live there, bro. Since what's been going on, I don't know if I live there, bro. So no, ain't no. I don't know if I live there, bro. Ain't no know if I live there, bro.
All right, let's just stand over here for a minute.
Ain't no know if I live there, bro. He's abusive since what I know. You hear me? Abusive to my grandma, bro. He like that's what I went to my neighbors for.
Okay.
That's exactly what I went to my neighbors for. I'm I'm trying to ask for help, bro. I went to ask for help. I told him to call the police, and he's saying, "Hey, I don't know if you should call the police because this, that, and the other." What the?
Okay. Mean? Were we out here earlier talking to you guys?
Yes, you were.
Okay,
that's why I went to him for help.
I got you.
That's exactly why I went to my neighbor for help.
So, are you supposed to?
I didn't do anything on my own. I didn't do anything on my own.
Okay. Third, were you banging on doors here a couple minutes ago?
Banging on doors?
Yeah, banging on any doors, anything like that, or no? Did you have your sister with you?
She's not even here.
Where's she at?
We walked to the store and she left me. When I walked to the store, she left me.
Gotcha. So
I don't know where she is.
Who's hurting your grandma?
Bro, my grandfather's been abused for years. My grandfather been abused.
Is that your grandfather right there?
Not the one that just walked up here.
The other guy.
The other one standing up there posting military. Okay. Yes.
All right. So.
I'll leave, bro. If you want me to leave, bro, I'll leave. Okay. But I don't want nobody hurting my grandma, bro. That's the thing. If my grandma's here alone, that's my issue. That's why I went to my neighbor for help. I said, look, I don't want my grandma here alone, bro. She's a woman.
Yeah. No,
you wouldn't want your grandma here alone with nobody that you think is a threat, right? Unless you don't give a
right. No, I give a That's what I'm here for.
I want your grandma.
Yeah, absolutely. And yours too. I'm here for everybody's safety. I'm trying to figure out what's going on though.
I don't know.
Because all we got a call was that you were
moved back out here, bro.
Banging on doors and stuff.
Moved back out here.
So that's why I'm trying to figure out what's going on. You have somewhere that you can stay tonight?
Do I have some? I can stay on the street.
Is that your stuff there?
I stay in the streets, man. I'm like that.
I'm sure you are. I believe that. But make sure that you're okay first.
You don't need to make sure I'm okay, bro. I'm good, bro. I stay on the streets, bro. I got bitches, hoes, all type of shit. I don't need you to make sure I'm good.
I don't doubt that one bit.
Oh God, bro. I'm good.
I don't doubt it one bit.
So, as an officer, Corey, I'm thinking, does this guy have all the marbles, or is he legitimately talking about something that I should be concerned about? What is going on here? Clearly, this officer's been here before, or other
Right.
officers have been there earlier
Right.
and dealing with this guy. So now this is the second time we're here dealing with this guy. We need to figure out, get to the bottom what the problem is, okay, and try to figure out if there's some action we need to take as officers or what.
Yeah, you just kind of got to keep an open eye at it right now. I mean, I kind of agree with Bubble Buck. It sounds like he might have some schizophrenia going on, and very may be. Could he be under the influence of something? Could he have some alcohol in his system? He's trying to process all that stuff out as an officer and try to get him calmed down, because you got to figure out what's going on. You got to put the pieces together of the puzzle, right? We don't know. We got to find out the who, what, where, when, and how and why. What the heck is going on before you can start. Do you need to escort him out of here? Do you need to detain him? You got to talk to the people who call the call in. So it doesn't seem like it's a lot going on, but in the officer's mind right now, it's a lot going on that he's got to try to process.
Yeah. You got to come up with a resolution to this problem, whatever it may be. You know what I'm saying? So here we go.
Right, Scott. Doesn't necessarily mean he's wrong either, just because his mind, his speech right now is like all over the place. But this is what we got to find out, right?
Yeah. Here we go.
But I need to go make sure the motherfuckers not beating on my grandma, bro. That's what I got, bro. You see, there's just one of me, right? And it could be two of you, G. Yeah, we're gonna have two. No, I'm not talking about the niggas, bro. Where the they at? It's only me and you, bro. You talking about they got your back? But where the are they? They're coming. Where are they? They're coming. I'm right here with you. I know you. They're coming. I'm right here with you. How about that? That's fine. They're coming, and I'm right here with you, bro. You need to go worry about her. You be in front of my. I'm a guy, bro. I'm a man. They got to handle myself, bro. I believe. Yes. That red dot shit, folks. You need to go handle her, nigga. I don't need that shit, bro. Well, none of that police shit. I don't need none of that shit, bro. I don't need you, bro. Shut up. I don't need none of that shit. I'm gonna need you to stand right here. In order for me to help your grandma, I need you to stay right here.
Yeah, I think he froze up, Mike. So at this point here, no, Anthony, nobody has been able to verify his ID yet. They're still trying to find out what's going on, get him calmed down, because as of right now, his mind said he's all over the place. He is assuming something's going on with his grandmother right now. The way he was talking seems as though the granddaddy was putting his hands on the grandmother, and he's trying to get them to focus, get the police to focus on them and not so much on him. Now at this point, and Mike is froze up again. Let me get him off the screen here. Oops, let me get him off the screen there. At this point, he's trying to figure out what's going on, who's who in the zoo, and he can't let him leave, as you saw right there. And I'm gonna still try to pull it up on my end here as well, so when he freezes up, we can kind of keep it going. Let me see. I gotta share the screen here. Share my screen. Share that way. As he's, and I apologize for these little commercial things.
Go. Shop Grainger.com for the product you need delivered fast. Grainger for the ones.
Somebody is trying to hurt my grandma, bro.
Try to set it up.
Even though he know he's support what the and they got to handle my.
All right. So let me add it in. Oops, I did. So let me go ahead and play. And say this is where pick up where we left off of Mike. Probably, is that it? I think I'm right at the 428 bubble, but thank you, sir. And see where we'll just pick up from right there where we left off before Mike froze up.
So, I believe yes. That red dot shit, folks. You need to go handle her, nigga. I don't need that shit, bro. Well, none of that police shit. I don't need none of that shit, bro. I don't need you, bro. Shut the up. I don't need none of that shit. I'm gonna need you to stand right here. In order for me to help your grandma, I need you to stay right here. No, you don't. Yes, you do. Come stay right here. Dude, where are you gonna go stay? Just can you talk to me for a second? It don't matter, bro. Come here. You need to worry about what the my grandpa is. Hey, did you not just hear what I said?
Now let me ask you the viewers a question here. Let me ask you guys a question. At this point, do you feel as though you should be detaining this gentleman right now? Would you put him in handcuffs right now? Let me know what you think down in the comments down below. Me, I probably would right now because he's doing a lot of moving around. I still have an investigation to do, right? I can't let him just walk away from me, right? That's not how this works, right? We had received a call for service for disturbance, a possible domestic disturbance. I get on scene, make contact with this gentleman right here. Now I have to figure out what's going on. And now he's gathering his things and making an attempt to walk away from the scene. So let me know what you think down in the comments below. Do you think the officer is justified from wanting to detain him, not arrest? He's only detaining because, like you said, Tone, he hasn't established an identity yet. He doesn't know who this guy is. Not sure, Tone, who called in the complaint. I don't know if it was the neighbors or it might have been the grandparents. It is not clear yet who made the call. Yes, guy, he definitely is agitated. But we know handcuffs can exaggerate that. Yes, it can. But I mean, how do you get the guy to stay where you need him to be without properly detaining him? You can only just put him in handcuffs and detain him until you can get him settled, get him proper ID, do your due diligence, process elimination, make sure he's not the agitator in here, and then be able to let him go. Yep, Town says detain as well. Yep, Scott, either way, he needs other people on the scene with him. Yeah. But remember, and see, I guess that's a kind of difference, Scott, between city cops and troopers. Me, if I rode up on him, like I had individuals that come and walk up on the interstate all the time, and there are times I got to do my job. I got my hand on you, and I'm gonna get you in handcuffs, and I'm gonna get you in that car to get you off the interstate if need be. So we didn't have that luxury, like you said, Scott. It's our way or the highway. You're gonna get handcuffed, and he's trying to do the right thing and make sure that he doesn't get away. So, Mike, you back?
I'm back, man. I'm having some connectivity issues, so I don't know what's going on, but I'm back.
All right. You got your screen queued up? Is that my screen?
Yeah, I'm queued now.
All right. We're just, let me see, get you caught up where we are. We're at the 443 mark.
Okay.
And that's where we are. So I'll put your screen back. Okay, there you go.
All right.
Yeah, Bubba. Yep.
I'm not worried about anything yet about what is going on. I told you enough, bro. Your security camera has told you enough about what the is going on. Talk to my partner. I'll talk to them. Sir.
All right, so now the his backup, his cover unit is on scene now. Looks like Mike froze up again. All right, so hold on a second, y'all. 443. Boom.
The camera has told you enough. Okay. Oh, what the f is going on?
Talk to my partner for a second. I'll talk to them.
Sir, please just stay here, okay?
And in case what? Then what?
We just need to figure out what's going on with
And
them.
if I leave, then what?
Sir, please don't do this,
And if I
okay?
leave, then what? I'm good, bro. I'm not
I can
bothering
charge you with obstruction.
nobody. And if I'm good, then what? I'm
We
not
just need to
bothering
make sure
nobody,
they're okay,
bro.
and then if that's the case, then you'll be good to go, okay?
I'm not bothering nobody. So what the f is the issue?
We got a call about a disturbance, okay? So as
And that's that old mother right there.
okay, and we're gonna confirm
And
that
I'm the
everything-
old issue. And I'm the issue, huh? You want me to stay here, bro? I'll stay here, bro.
Okay,
I'm not
I just want to talk.
Nice about this shit, bro. I'm not gonna be nice
No.
about this shit, bro.
Don't do that.
See, that's what I'm talking about. So, do you see? Oh, Mike's back. Which one are you, dog?
Okay.
You good?
Here we go. All right.
I'll just use my video.
Okay.
And we'll just let it rock right there. So where we're at right now, the cover unit is on scene. He's still very agitated, and I think it's progressing. And so now he's dropped all his bags and everything. So he's still kind of wandering around aimlessly. And I asked our viewers a question, at this point, would you go ahead and detain him or put him in handcuffs? And we got some good answers in here, Mike. And I would because he's doing too much.
Yeah,
Right?
I would at least detain him because he's getting too animated. You know what I'm saying? Can you hear me?
Yeah, I got you. Yeah.
Okay. He's getting too animated. You know what I'm saying? So we got to figure out what's going on here. So if you ain't going to cooperate and you threaten to walk away, I'm about to put cuffs on you. You know what I'm saying? And detain you.
Yeah.
I would do that.
Yeah, I mean, at this point, you pretty much left without a choice to do that. So, I mean, and they're giving him every opportunity to calm himself down. To hey, just relax. Let us just figure out what's going on. Because like we always say, Mike, you never know what type of officer you're gonna get.
That's true.
You could have got a hothead officer, and they probably would have went hands on with him right away, and could have had a very different outcome than where we are right now. But as of right now, it looks like we got two reasonable officers on scene who are trying their best not to have to detain him, but just letting him. I don't want to say like express himself, but let him have his moment, if you will.
Yeah.
And let him wander around. But remember, when you're on scene, the officer's overall responsible for everything. So if this guy gets hit by a car because he's in and out of the streets, then that's gonna fall on the officer. Then it'll be, well, why ain't you detain him sooner? You see what I'm saying?
Yep, I agree.
Nah, we're gonna keep it moving.
Is this nigga gonna tell y'all what the going on or not, bro?
I just went and talked to your grandma.
And what'd he say?
He said she was fine. He said right now that you left and you're intoxicated. Which I smell it. I see you got beer over there. You took some with you.
What the f did he tell you, bro?
He told me that she was okay. And you want to know what else he told me? He told me he cares about what's going on with you.
Dude, I've been working, nigga. I wasn't even gonna go to work today. I wasn't even gonna go to work today, bro.
Okay.
I wasn't even
Right,
gonna
Scott.
go to work today.
That's
You know what
fine.
happened when I went to work? I made $70 to $80, bro. I made $70 to $80, bro. I went to work today at 9 o'clock in the morning, even though I just started this job. They haven't trained me on shit. I opened and I worked on this business.
Yeah.
I opened the store in the mall, okay? Since you want to call your peoples, I'll open this store at 9:30 in the morning with no training. You get where I'm coming from,
Yes, I'm listening.
okay? I earn money, all right?
Yeah.
With that money, I bought my granddad some food.
Okay.
If I didn't give a fuck about him, why would I pay for money? Would I feed him, bro?
Yeah.
Do not get where I'm coming from.
Oh, I got you.
We hear you.
Are you going to
absolutely
feed somebody that you don't care for?
No, I'm not. I wouldn't.
Are you going to feed somebody you don't care for?
No.
Y'all can call as much police as y'all want to. They could kill me right here, folks.
No, that's
Okay,
not
yeah,
what we're
but-
looking
Y'all don't get, bro.
Okay.
Like I'm
Listen to me.
I'm
Stop
playing with
walking
you, bro.
away, you drop something.
You look at. You want this card back?
I don't give a fuck about that
Listen,
card.
we're trying to make
I don't
sure
give
you're
a
okay
fuck about that
first.
shit, bro.
You understand what I'm saying?
Come on, man.
All right. Careful with the card.
I don't care about that ass. They gonna keep passing.
All right,
But now you're making statements saying that you're wanting us to kill you.
that's not what
That's
we're
not
here
okay.
Who the f said that?
You said that. You said that if we keep on having more people come, that you're fine with them killing you.
for. You just said
You
that.
just said that.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
Oh.
Yes.
Oh yeah. Okay.
Get your hands out of your pockets.
Yeah, sure.
Are you right now?
No, I'm not.
Yeah, you just.
Just
The
said.
other officers come. You're okay with them shooting you. You just said that.
That's how y'all are. What the f you mean?
We're
I
not-
just lost a cousin. I just lost a cousin that got 20 times, bro.
Okay.
I just
So
lost a
I'm
cousin
talk-
that got shot
I'm
over
talk-
20 times in the
I'm
face.
talking about you right now. Okay. I'm worried about you right now.
You got shot 20 times in the face, Mike.
You need what?
That's that liquid courage talking.
But listen,
Yeah.
I haven't been here, bro. And I can go.
Okay. I'm gonna stop it right there. So, yeah. So that's two things right now we got to figure out: is this guy drunk or is he got some type of mental health issue? And just listening to him, I mean, we're not there again. We're Monday morning quarterbacking, right, Mike?
Right.
We don't know. And just listening to his speech, it sounds like he might have some little liquor in there. He's got that liquid
Oh
courage.
yeah, he intoxicated for sure. You know what I'm saying? The way he is so animated and you know, you could tell that he had a can of malt liquor in his hand at one point. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So that's that liquid courage talking right there.
Yeah, I mean, it could be both, guy. I mean, he definitely had that liquid courage in it, and he's got mental health issues. And mostly, majority of homeless people I came in contact with were generally, most of them always had mental health issues. So if he's homeless and he's been out here on these streets like he said, I mean, he very well could be suffering from something. And Scott's right again. We still haven't identified this guy yet, Mike.
Right. And, I mean, keep in mind, they've solved the problem of the grandmother being abused. You know what I'm saying? They contacted both the grandmother and the grandfather. They said, this guy is the problem. Okay, clearly, you know what I'm saying? We're concerned about him. So now the focus is on him. You know, what are we going to do as officers? How are we going to solve the problem of him being here at this moment? You know what I'm saying? Is he too intoxicated to care for his own safety? Is he too angry to care for his own safety? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
What are we going to do so that we're not going to get called back here again because he is not taking care of himself?
No, he's not. Not at all. All right, let's keep it moving for time's
We
sake.
took care of that part, right? The next part is, what are we going to do tonight? What are we going to do about the rest of the night? Because you can't keep coming back here causing an issue, and I can't have
tonight, huh?
I can't have going back and forth between your grandpa and you and your grandma and you. I can't have any of that.
I told
more
him I'll
tonight.
leave tonight, folks.
Okay, but that begs the question: where are you going to go? Because you told me you're going to sleep on the streets.
I've been homeless plenty of times, bro. And guess what? That's on my own, G. I don't need to go to no shelter. I don't need to go to no home, bro.
I don't want to take you to
I've been doing this shit on my own, G.
Did you have a
I
friend's
could
house?
walk the streets, nigga. I've been doing this on my own, bro. I don't need no fan, G. That's what you get, because you haven't been homeless on your own. You work for the police.
That's why we're
You
trying
don't
to
know
help
what
you,
the fuck I've
okay?
been through. Shut the shut the up, bro.
Where's your?
I don't need no friends, nigga. Tell her shut the up and tell her to leave, bro. Tell her to get the fuck out my face, bro. I'll keep my hands in my pockets, but tell her to get the fuck on.
All right.
Tell her to get the fuck on.
See, he's not talking rationally. He's not talking like a guy who could take care of himself. He's not talking like a guy who has some place to go. You know what I'm saying? Which means we could get called back here because he's a problem. So they got to solve that.
Yeah, that's a big question right there. What to do with him? Because that's a good question. What would y'all do with him? What at this point? Can you take him in? Can you take him down to the precinct? Maybe to get him ID if he still doesn't want to identify himself. Uh, but do you even want to waste your time with that paperwork?
Me personally, at this point, I could see him being arrested for public intoxication. You know what I'm saying? Unable to care for his own safety due to his level of intoxication. And public intoxication doesn't mean you have to be fall down drunk. You know what I'm saying? It just means you have to have alcohol in your system and be intoxicated to a point where you can't care for your own safety. You know what I'm saying? He had open container of malt liquor. All right. He probably has, I'm not there, but he probably has the odor of alcohol on his breath. You know what I'm saying? So at this point, if he doesn't have any place logically to go, you know what I'm saying? And to avoid having to come back and deal with this problem again, I would arrest public intoxication.
Yeah, I mean you could do that. Bubba Buck said public intoxication would get him away for the night. Yeah, you definitely get him off the streets for tonight. But then, the next day, then what? Is he back over there? You gotta. At some point, there's gonna have to be a long-term solution to problems like this. I mean, I'm sure you dealt with a lot of homeless people. Scott, I'm sure you dealt with a lot of homeless people. I've dealt with a lot of homeless people. And let's be honest, guys, there's not much we can do with homeless people when we encounter them. At least I know down here where I am, there's not much you can do. Like I say, I got hundreds of stories of encounters with homeless people walking up on the interstate, and it's like, all right, it's 2:30 in the morning. What am I supposed to do with this guy?
Yeah,
the only thing I can do
it ain't like it's gonna be somebody that's gonna come there and swoop them up real quick. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So it is what it is.
The only thing you can do is get them off the interstate to a safer location and let them go. Right. That's all I could do. Because there's nothing. It's not like I can. Hey, there's a shelter over here. They got plenty of beds. Let's go. This guy, what are you gonna do with him? Yeah, you put him in jail for the night for a drunken public. We call it a dip, drunken public. So you can put him in jail for the night for a dip. He's right back out there again. You didn't fix the problem. He's got probably alcohol issues, drinking issues, and like you guys said, mental health issues possible.
But like Bubba Buck said, I agree with Bubba Buck. You got to at least solve the problem, at least for tonight, and let the next shit figure out what to do.
The next day we have worry about itself. You do what you have to do for right now, but it's gonna be a continuous thing. Heck, you get him off the street tonight, you got to come back out to work tomorrow. He might be right back out on your shift again.
That's true. That's true.
You know what I mean? What do you do? Right? You're gonna, and it could be worse next time, though, right?
Yeah.
We'll keep it moving.
Can we work something out? I need to take you somewhere.
You don't need to take me nowhere. You don't need to take me nowhere.
We need to figure where you're gonna go because we can't have you coming back
bro.
here.
I told you I won't go to their house, bro. I'll go to the park up the street, bro.
All right. Where's your sister? Is she somewhere where she can stay?
I will go to the street up the park. Do you not
go
get
to the
that?
street up the park.
I'll go to the street up the park. You want to follow me?
No, you're not making any sense. All you told me.
I will go to the street up the park. That doesn't have the shit to do with my sister. Do you get me or not?
I get what you're saying. Yes.
Exactly. Do you want to follow me up there? She's not up there, bro.
No, I'm not worried about that. I'm worried about where you're gonna go tonight.
I just told you where I'm gonna go.
Answer. The streets isn't the answer.
So where else? So where else do you have so where else do you have somewhere for me to go?
That's why I'm asking. Do you have a friend, maybe a buddy that lives?
I don't. And if I don't, and if I don't,
then where have you been staying? Because they said you already left from here.
I've been staying over here, bro. So what the f do you mean?
Okay.
I've been staying with my grandparents. Right. I'm not lying to you.
No, I believe you.
I'm not lying to you.
I believe you. That's what they told me too. So
I'm not lying to you. I've been staying with my grandparents.
All right. So what's your plan?
But they want to get, but they want to get Big Boy because he knows goddamn well he's offensive to my grandmother, and he want to act like
That's what my
get in their way.
That's what my partner.
But now they're getting more and more information. So he was staying with the grandparents.
Yeah,
they must have kicked him out. So now they're faced with a situation where you have a guy who's intoxicated, who's now staying in the area. You know what I'm saying? And could be causing problems. So we got to make sure that doesn't happen again.
Yeah. All right, hold on. We'll get back into it. I was trying to.
Right now, about. All right.
I'm respectful of my neighbors and everything.
Yeah, you've been cool with
us. You want to abuse women? You want to abuse my grandma? You want to abuse women? I'm not rocking with it, and I will f you up about it. I don't do it.
You want me to check on her again then? And talk to her alone?
Now I see what the going on. He's a liar.
Because you trust me, right?
He's manipulating you. He's manipulating you. He's manipulating you. He's manipulating you.
All right,
he's manipulating every single one of you.
Talk to my partner for a second.
He's a lot older than me. He's a lot older than me, bro. I don't want to talk to y'all, bro.
Okay.
I'm telling you what the is going on, bro. And you failing to realize that shit. I don't need your help. I'm telling you what the is going on, bro. Either you gonna help me or you gonna get the on my face. I don't need you talking to my sister, bro. I don't need you talking to shit. This is not back and forth, bro. I'm telling you what the is going on.
Either you
can help me or you
if they don't arrest him for public intoxication, what are they going to do? Leave, right? Either arrest him for public intoxication or you take the risk of leaving and him still causing problems in the area.
Well, yeah, and at that point, that's when I would have go ahead and hooked him right there.
Yeah.
If I was going to do for a drum, well, I'd done it earlier, but if I were going to wait for procrastinate at that point, that would have been like, all right, man, you're getting agitated all over again. Now I need to go ahead and hook you, and we're going to go ahead and end this. I think with the ID now, I think, his grandparents ID who he was. So they know who they're dealing with at this point. But it's getting a little out of hand right now. Like I said, he's definitely got some alcohol in him, and there's probably some mental health issues going on as well. And that's probably why they were being so cordial with him, Mike, this whole time, and not really been so aggressive on their part, which is good to a certain extent, right? But
de-escalating, a form of de-escalation, if you will.
But you don't want to lose control of the scene, though. You get too relaxed at that point, then it's easy for you to let the scene get out of hand. And you don't
take no action.
Right.
You either walk away or take some action. That's why I say that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Right. I'm gonna speed it up just a little bit because this is a 20-minute video. Try to get to the point where we get some action in here. We'll start it right here at the 16-minute mark.
Well, I got about 7 other buddies that would.
He gonna lose his life. That's all I gotta say.
You're in the roadway, sir.
You and your mama, nigga.
Okay.
You and your mama, bro.
Okay.
All right.
You're being cited for disorderly conduct, okay? Here's your ticket.
You mean?
For disorderly conduct, okay?
I ain't done nothing, bro.
But you're not listening to us. You're not leaving, and you're making him feel
What you
unsafe.
mean? You're not even over there, bro. What you mean?
Okay, here's your ticket. You have to report for this ticket.
So let me ask this question. So is that an appropriate charge, disorderly conduct for this,
I mean,
or
I wouldn't go that way. I would go for public intoxication, a dip, like you say. That's what I would do. You know what I'm saying? This whole citation for disorderly conduct, he's still there.
I say no. I think that's bullcrap because they allowed him to be disorderly.
Yeah.
With his actions and displaying himself in that manner instead of going ahead and squashing that in a tactful way, mind you. But then you're going to turn around and give him a disorderly conduct. Well, if you'd have done your job yeah, and either go ahead and arrest him for the dip, drunken public. You wouldn't have had to write him a ticket for disorderly conduct.
And Scott makes a good point. You know, maybe they're trying to do something to stay within their policy. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? That's possible. You know what I'm saying?
Or could they not had enough to arrest him for a drunken public, right?
I think
alcohol. Yeah, I mean, who knows? But I don't agree with
that.
think
they do. I mean, I would do that. I think you got enough to arrest a drunken public, but it depends on what their policy is. You know what I'm saying? They may have a policy that prohibits certain things. So we'll see.
Yeah. Bubba Buck says, why do you guys think they're beating around the bush? I just think they're just not trying to be confrontational, Bubba Buck. I just think they're trying to let it just really just play out. Not, he's agitated, but he's not overly aggressive.
Yeah. I see what you're saying, but I think they beat around the bush too. But I understand why, maybe. Okay, but
well, why you think?
Well, I think, like you said, they're trying to keep him de-escalated. I think that's what it looks like. That's what they're doing. You know what I'm saying?
I agree. I agree with
you. Got to take action. You got to take action. You know what I'm saying? Arrest the dude, get him off the street, and let's go home. Let's get out of here. You know
You've been out there long enough as is. Right. But try not to escalate the situation like Scott said. But at some point you got to maintain. And this is what happens when you let something go along for too long.
You don't take the ticket. Here.
If I don't take the ticket, what?
Well, then you're not going to know what your court date is.
I don't need to know when the court date is because I didn't do nothing.
You don't show up to court. You get a bench warrant issued.
That's cool.
Will you take it for him, please?
That's cool. She don't need to grab it either. What's wrong with you?
Take it for him.
She don't need to. She could. I'll take a warrant. What's wrong with you, man? Okay. Drop that shit. Drop it. Drop it. Drop it on the ground.
Oh, you gonna pick it up?
Drop it on the ground.
See that right there, Mike? I would never.
That's why that's a waste of time doing that disorderly conduct ticket shit stuff.
Yeah,
that's a waste of time to me. But hey,
I would no. That's not how this is gonna work. I'm not gonna put something down on the ground for you. You refuse the ticket. You know what? At this point now, you definitely are going to get hooked.
And I will make sure I explain in my report all the choices and options he had at that point to either leave, go somewhere logical, de-escalate, and remove himself from the situation. But hey, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Yep. 100%. Yeah, I think you're right, Scott. This does have the policy smell to it, like, and I can just hear them like, "Oh my God, we can't do this. We can't do that." You know, they might have stricter policies than
maybe
other places. Like, you can't go hands on until they make a verbal threat to you or display some type of aggressive action towards you. If they don't do X, Y, Z, then you can't do anything. You're not
That's true.
justifiable in using any
That
type
could
of,
be.
you know what I mean? Which is crazy. Like,
Yeah.
that's yeah. All right, here we go.
All right, you inside.
You even know what name that shit is?
Yeah, you know your name.
All right, sir, if you don't leave at this point, you're going to be placed under arrest, okay? So please just grab the ticket and go, okay?
At this point, nothing further has to happen if you just take the
Grab
ticket.
the
Out of here, then, bro. So get the phone.
Okay, we'll do the
So
same
get
time.
the fuck away.
Goodbye.
Go grab my shit.
Your stuff is behind you, sir.
Go grab my shit.
You're under arrest.
I'm not under arrest.
You get back.
Place your hands behind you.
Why the fuck would I be under arrest?
See, so when they finally did choose to arrest him,
Stop fighting my dog! Get in here, grab his leg. Grab his leg. You're under arrest. Stop fighting him! I just asked you for my shit, folks!
There. I got Leo.
Get your hand up.
I just asked you for my shit! That guy!
Knock it
Stop fighting my dog!
All right. Go ahead. What you were saying, Mike?
no, I was saying, yeah, they ended up using the dog because once they made the decision to arrest him, he took off from him. He started running, so they sent the dog on him. My issue with that is, well, you probably should have arrested him a long time ago, and maybe the dog wouldn't have been necessary. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
If y'all got around him, hooked him up, say, hey, you're under arrest. Now, if he starts fighting in, that's a different story. But earlier, you might have been able to arrest him without him taking off from you. You know what I'm saying?
Again, that's their probably their policy playing out.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Probably.
Again, down here in the dirty South, we'd got him a long time ago. That's just how it's done here. We're not gonna play around with you. I'm not spending an hour out here on this call, knowing we have a high call value. You know what I mean? It's either they gave him every opportunity.
They did, yeah, and I'm not going to say that the use of the dog was wrong.
Yeah,
but I will say it possibly could have been prevented had they arrested him earlier. That's all.
I agree with that. So by them using that, does that make them reasonable or unreasonable officers?
I would still say it's within reason. You know what I'm saying? Because we're saying that not knowing what their department of policy is.
Right.
So
we don't know.
Like Scott was saying, it's got policy written all over it. You know what I'm saying? But
yeah,
it is what it is. He had opportunities to leave, you know what I'm saying, at that point, but he got more angry and chose to stick around, I guess. You know what I'm saying? So,
yeah, and I'm thinking, so they arrest him because he's refusing to leave, because it's not because he didn't pick the ticket up. He picked the ticket up. He had the ticket already in his hand. So I'm thinking they're getting him for failure to leave the scene for whatever reason. But I don't think that's one of the ones, Mike. I'm kind of like, all right, man, you're not wrong for using the dog, but at the same time, you let it get to the point where you had to use the dog. You shouldn't have to use the dog.
That
you know what I mean? And like,
keep in mind, folks, the big
go ahead. Sorry, I mean cut you up.
The bigger picture is, in a nutshell, officers have to solve a problem where you have an unruly guy who's intoxicated, who is causing problems for his grandparents who was just kicked out of the house, probably. So their issue is they have to get this guy somewhere where he's not going to continue to be a problem. You know what I'm saying? So if you know that as the guy, you know, you want to make an effort, an attempt to at least go somewhere where you don't have to be a problem. You have to show those officers that you're not going to be a problem.
Right. And it's a good point. Bubba Buck says, you know, why couldn't they just trespass him and tell him if he comes back, you know, he'll be placed under arrest. That's another they could have done.
Well, I think that female officer I think she was the first one to say, if you don't leave, you're gonna be arrested. You know what I'm saying? And I think that's how they eventually got to that point, because he didn't leave. He chose not to leave. He was standoffish by telling the officers, you leave. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So that didn't help his case.
No, it didn't. But now, you know, we talk about in these videos the actions of police officers were they as a reasonable officer, but what about the citizen here following the acronym CALM? Does the acronym CALM fall into a situation like this? What say you?
To some degree, yeah, I would say so. Don't get so animated that you so angry and you start spitting off crazy stuff. You're making me think I got to do something here to resolve this situation. You know what I'm saying? De-escalate this situation. You know what I'm saying? So comply, calm itself, right? Calm yourself down, comply. You know what I'm saying? Listen, so that you can move on. You know what I'm saying? But
well, and that's the part where when I in the opening, in the beginning of the show, you know, move on. There's different types of being able to move on, getting that citation or that summons or ticket, whatever you call it in your locality, and going home and going on about your business. Or you, in this guy's case, his moving on was, he's now going to jail with a nice little dog bite on his thigh, it looked like. And that's what it is. You know, the officers get to go home. This guy gets to go home with minimum injuries. Still, well, he's going to jail at least for the night. But yeah, comply, answer questions, listen, move on. That's the whole object behind this. Like, no matter what type of officer you get, just stay calm, right? Just comply with what they're asking you to do. You don't have to answer any questions. That's your prerogative.
And look, if you don't have any place to go at that point, that's not illegal. Say so. But if you've been drinking, that just adds to the problem. You know what I'm saying? Because now you're not thinking like a rational person would be thinking. You know what I'm saying? You getting angry, you showing aggressiveness to the point where you could be dangerous. You know what I'm saying? Are you going to go back and hurt your grandparents? Are you going to go back and continue to create problems at the house? You know what I'm saying? So, you know, if you homeless, you're homeless. You don't have nowhere to go. You don't have nowhere to go. But hey, officer, I'm gonna head this way, and we'll see what happens. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, if you'd just said, I got a buddy that lives on Wilson and 59th Street, they probably said, all right, well, go ahead on over there.
Yeah.
You know, if they offer you a ride over, just like, hey, I don't need no ride. I can walk. You won't see me over here no more tonight. And go do what you got to do. But just don't come back over on that way. You know, it's no reason to get confrontational with them, because again, you never know what type of officer you're going to get. You might get that. Now my mom's on here now, so I got to watch my mouth. You might get that butthole who's just itching for a fight with a citizen, and then, you know, you pop out the mouth. He gets like, you know, liquid courage in him, and now you guys are fighting, and somebody end up getting hurt or killed. Nah, it's not. That's not what it's all about. Like I was trying to explain to a gentleman today, a client of mine, and as a trooper, that was the last thing on my mind going to work every day. Mike was getting into something. I was trying to figure out how not to get into something.
Right. You want an easy going shift.
Right. I'm not trying to get in anything. I answer my call for service, do my duties. But I'm not out here looking for nothing. Like, and that's why I used to train guys. Like, look, stuff would just happen, man. You don't got to go out here and try to be, Superman and try to save the world in one day. Man, just do your job and stuff will fall in your lap. You know what I mean? You get the drugs and guns off the streets. That's your thing, right? And you just go out here and just do your job. It's gonna come to you, man. You don't have to go out here and try to turn over rocks and stuff like that. Try to build your accolades up. Nah, man. I just want to go home at night. That's all I want to do. You know what I mean?
I think these officers were reasonable, although I would have taken action sooner as far as arresting him. But
for sure,
it like Scott was saying, it's got policy. It smelled all over it. You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah.
So they probably were afraid they were going to violate policy and do that. The whole ticket disorderly conduct thing, in my opinion, was a waste of time. But hey, it might be their policy that they do that stuff. You know what I'm saying?
It's not unreasonable for them.
It ain't that unreasonable, right?
And it's just, and that's the thing about that profession, Mike. You and I, we look at ourselves as reasonable guys, right? And it's just always amazing me, when we do this show, like we'll sometimes be on the same page, and then other times like, well, I wouldn't have done it that way. I'd have done this, you know what I mean? But at the end of the day, it boils down to, are you within policy? And that's what's important. That's what citizens need to understand is just, hey, are these guys acting within their department policy? Are they acting as reasonable officers when they do these things? And that's what we're looking at. And, it's more than one way to skin a cat, right? So there's that. So we're going to wrap this one up for tonight. We thank everybody for chiming in. Again, I want to thank everybody that watched last week's show. Again, it was a nice, huge success. We got 13 new subscribers. So appreciate that. Keep sharing these videos out far and wide. No show next week, everybody.
All right. Holidays coming up. Probably won't. We probably won't have another show until after New Year's, right? Probably.
Yeah, we'll be back. We'll be back on January the 9th. January 9th. Mark that down in your calendars, y'all. We'll be back live on January 9th. So please, during the holiday season, talk about the brothers-in-law when you're around your family and friends. Talk about the acronym CALM, comply, answer questions, listen, move on. Have a very safe Christmas and a prosperous new year. And we will see y'all all in the new year. Mike, final words, my brother.
Thanks for joining us, Scott, brother, Burton, Miss Taylor. I see you on here. Appreciate you guys joining us. Appreciate comments. Let's see. And sorry about the technical difficulties I was having. Tone, I see you on here. You know what I'm saying? So you guys have a good weekend.
Yep. Merry Christmas. God bless you. We love you.
Holiday.
See you next year.